this. This is why I wear hats every day, man. My hair, I need a haircut.
I just want to talk about something that is kind of important if you are a freelance creator, or just like a creator in general. Being able to adapt to any situation that you're put in. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, or things just aren't going to work out the way that you hoped they would work out. The most important thing that you need to learn is how to adapt to those situations, how to figure out a plan B. So recently I was at my friend's show and he invited me to his rehearsal because he wanted me to get some BTS, kind of just create some stuff.
Videographer tomorrow they'll be like off to the side. Okay. So I was also like, how long is the performance? 55 minutes.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. It's so fun. I am happy. Excitement is through the roof. Yes.
That's very Eric.
Yeah. And there's just like lasers.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna come, but not here.
Yeah.
Just like in that area, so
okay.
You'll be fine. Not that much. You have your ninja. You have your ninja, right? Ninja?
Yeah. Exactly. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You wanna hire me for a video?
I love moving around. I don't really like being stationary. And so this worked out really well because I was like, hey, I'm going to just bring my gimbal and, get some cool movement. I had this whole picture in my head. I really wanted to film with my gimbal and just get some really epic movement shots while he was performing. Because his show is it already looks amazing. So there's not a whole lot you need to do. And I just kind of thought that movement would complement it really well. So I was like, okay, movement, gimbal, makes sense. However, when I started using my gimbal, I didn't balance it properly. My gimbal just crapped out. So immediately I put it down and I had to just go handheld. There were a few things that I realized going handheld. It was really dark. So I'm usually really used to using autofocus, and the Sony autofocus system is usually pretty good. At this time, it was so dark and there were so many shadows, and they were also wearing all black. So it made focusing really difficult. So I had to just immediately switch over to manual focusing. So that was kind of the first challenge. The second challenge was I need to kind of rethink my process here. I need to rethink my approach. I didn't have a rig. I literally just had my camera in hand, no top handle, no side handle, anything, no monitor. I was just going straight raw dogging it with the camera. So this kind of stressed me out. At the same time, it made it actually a lot easier because I didn't really have to think about all that stuff. I just used my camera and I had to just think on the fly. Another thing was that I couldn't really get close to them because I didn't want to get lasers on my camera, because if you get lasers into your sensor, it can actually burn the sensor and leave permanent marks or just completely kill the camera. So I just focused on composure and honestly just the flow of the show and just being okay, whatever's happening to me in front of me already looks good. So I just have to kind of complement it by getting angles that would make sense for the show. You're gonna always run into challenges. You're always gonna have these moments of oh crap, what do I do? It's really important to show up and be prepared, have the right gear. Always be thinking about a plan B, always be thinking okay, if this doesn't go right, what can I do? Life doesn't always happen exactly the way that you want it to happen. Sometimes it does, and it's great, but a lot of the times it doesn't. Sometimes it actually pushes you in a creative way that allow you to use different angles or take a different approach that you're not used to. And this is a good growing moment for you because you'll start to think outside the box. You'll start to think outside of how you usually do stuff. I learned a lot from filming events because filming events are they're so volatile. You don't know what's gonna happen. Filming can be really stressful sometimes, but still had a really good time. That show was incredible. I love live shows. It's just so cool to see people expressing themselves through a live performance, it's really something else.